Hi everyone, Erum Tasneem here, and today I'm showing you a simple ink layering trick that makes dye inks pop on dark cardstock. Yes, even bold colors like orange on vibrant pink. Using one embossing folder and a layer of white pigment ink, we'll create 3 vibrant panels you can use right away or save for later. So I've already embossed 3 panels of rubellite cardstock. This can be the size of your card front. For me, it is slightly larger because I'm not sure what I will do with these panels yet. I use the same embossing folder for all 3 panels, the beautiful Magnolia Dreams 3D embossing folder. I used cloud white pigment ink and a foam dauber. It's all good as long as you use a foam applicator. Now I'm very gently applying the ink to the raised or embossed areas of the panel. Use a heat tool to dry the panel, making sure it is completely dry and the white ink isn't coming off. Check by gently touching with your fingertip to see if it leaves a white stain or a residue. Next, use Tangerine Dream fresh dye ink and swipe over the panel. Do not press the ink pad too hard. We do not want to ink the entire thing, just the raised areas over the white ink. The white ink provides a base for adding a different color to colored cardstock. You can use your heat tool to dry between the layers of Tangerine Dream. Just be careful that the pink background still shows because we want the combination of pink and orange. And you can do this with any other color you like. I didn't want to deviate too much from the color palette I chose today. Moving on to the next panel. Even though I will use the same cloud white pigment ink, this panel will look quite different. The main reason is that I will be swiping the ink pad instead of using a foam applicator, which means this will have a lot more ink than the soft ink application on the first panel. It also means this will take a while to dry. You might need to set this aside for a bit or even overnight. I didn't do that and my ink pad suffered because of it. But it's fine now after I swipe the ink pad across another clean panel of cardstock to get the ink off. Remember to dry the Tangerine Dream ink. Then I will do one more thing differently on this panel. I will bring in a second color, Cherry Sweet fresh dye ink, and swipe it just a touch, grazing it gently over the raised areas, not to hide the orange but to accentuate the edges. Dry the panel again. You might not like this panel next to the one you just saw, but everything has its purpose. I think the card I made using this panel looks beautiful, beautiful than the others. For the third and the last panel, I'll apply the cloud white pigment ink just as I did on the first panel using a foam applicator. Dry the panel completely and then I will swipe Tangerine Dream fresh dye ink, repeating the same steps. And dry the panel again. The next ink I will pick up is Tickled Pink fresh dye ink. Yes, I did that. Pink on pink. Well, with orange in between, like cheese. But I tell you, this looked brilliant. It was so good. I urge you to try this on contrasting colors. Remember to dry the panel. Now I won't go into detail about creating the cards, but let's start with panel 1. You can choose any color marker such as bluish purple, pinkish purple. I'm using Rubellite and Pinkalicious Artist Alcohol markers to darken the background slightly and hide white ink spots. This technique helps make the flowers and inking stand out even more. It's completely optional, you can skip it, but it's an idea. Next, I cut this into a smaller panel, measuring 4 by 3.25, and I adhered it to a mat of caramel toffee cardstock. I then popped Fancy Hugs dye cut out of bronzite glitter cardstock from the Golden Sunrise Glitter cardstock set. It had red jasper gem sparkles to finish the card. The sentiment is from the Sincere Greetings Sam set. For the second panel, the one with the swiping ink pad, I used the flowers from the Sweet Apricots and Cute Open Rose die set, along with the tag from the Best Wishes Tags die set. For the flower, I applied Tangerine Dream and Fresh Lemon dye inks to the center. The leaves are from the Cute Open Rose, inked using Lettuce Celebrate. I also added some champagne sequins. The third panel features the Tickled Pink ink. For the Sweet Apricots, I used the same yellow and orange inks. To add variation to the leaves, I first applied Fresh Lemon and then added Lettuce Celebrate. For embellishments, I adhered Citrine Gem Sparkles. Try this white ink under dye ink trick on other dark cardstocks too. It opens up so many color possibilities you normally wouldn't get. You don't have to make full projects. Just focus on creating panels for when you might need a card. Then pull out supplies you haven't used in a while and add them to these panels. This is one of the best ways to make lots of cards while also breaking out a crafty rut. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Wait, we have more where that came from. If you're after fabulous card making tutorials, you are definitely in the right spot. Our amazing design team create and upload fabulous video tutorials right to this YouTube channel. If you don't want to miss another amazing crafting tutorial, don't forget to subscribe and click that fun red button that you can see. Let's become paper crafting experts together.